Madison, thank you so much for chatting with us today. How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So you wear so many hats. Tell us, who is Madison Messina in 2016?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm branching over from the adult industry to sexology and activism. So I am a porn star, I'm a sexologist, and I'm an activist. But that means so much. I do podcasts, I do radio, I do writing, I do everything.
In saying that, can you share with us, what is RAW?
RAW is it's my study into female sexual pleasure and female sexual self-esteem. So I'm a social science-based sexologist, so I study the impact that society and media has on individual sexuality. And what I have noticed is that we very much have this female ideal of a, like us, beautiful, skinny, young. We're seen to be the ones that are the most sexual and the most prime, and I kind of don't agree with that. I think women are sexual throughout their entire lifestyles, lifespans. I think that our sexuality improves as we get older, and I think women are worth more than our looks. We also have brains, and I want to start showing that we have a whole picture behind us. It's not just this, even though this is great. It's not the only way.
And so, am I correct? So RAW has turned out to be a series of images, much like we see right behind us here, correct?
Yep. All of them are picking up, they're all in different sections, but they're picking up some controversial things, such as the fact that female ejaculation does exist, and it isn't urination. There's a section over here behind me about menstrual sexuality and the importance of that, and how we can use orgasm whilst we're bleeding to help deal with menstrual cramps and shorten the length of our flow. Right behind me here is the Climax, the evolution of the Climax, which is a bit of my protest against this whole ideal that we have to have a beautiful porn face. All of these photos were taken in quick succession during one orgasm. So even though some of them aren't flattering and I've got wrinkles and I look a little bit constipated, in some of them, all of these are my orgasm face. So ultimately, I think all of them are beautiful because that's the height, the most amount of pleasure we can ever achieve as a human.
Absolutely. It's certainly all very interesting stuff as well.
Yeah.
What was the actual shoot like?
Very, very difficult. I actually was so cocky when I came up with this plan.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm a porn star, I've won so many awards, I can just take off the makeup, I can not do the fake tan, and I can teach all these women how to be sexual without the porn filters.
Yep.
And I was so full of shit. This is the most difficult shoot of my life. Removing all of the layers that we normally associate with beauty and sex appeal, to be able to do something that was always about arousal and desire and authenticity was just so difficult. I achieved it in the end, but it took a long time.
What has the public's reaction been like to this?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I've had so many women. I've actually had women get really teary and come up to me crying, speaking about the importance of this, particularly after my talks where I talk about body image and how I made myself beautiful with surgery and bleach and fake tan, but I still see myself as the woman that I was when I was 15. So doing all this stuff to your body doesn't actually mean that you're going to be happy and fulfilled. It just changes the outside, not the inside, but it's the inside that counts. So women have just had an amazing reaction.
Good.
And I'm looking forward to, I'm actually going to reshoot RAW because I want to expand it to include more women of diverse body shapes and all that, because this is all against the beauty ideal, but I'm the subject because that's all I could work with.
Of course.
Yeah, because you can't really go up to a woman and say, hey, can you, I know you're not a porn star, but will you masturbate so I can take a lot of photos of it? And I'm not going to Photoshop anything or tell you to pose. So if you've got cellulite or a body roll, it's going to be in there. Everyone's like, fuck off, Madison, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, for sure. What has your family and your friends' reaction been like to all of this? Have they been supportive throughout, or are they a bit skeptical?
Yeah, no, they've been so supportive. RAW takes up so much of my time. It's very much my passion, and I could work on it 5 days a week. I'm writing it into a book right now. So I have a very supportive family, particularly my partner, who is like a bit of a raw widow. She has lost me to my work. But yeah, I'm very, very grateful for
that was going to be my next question. What else is in the pipeline? You know, every artist does normally have a few things on there.
Yeah.
So you've got your book, you're going to expand this range. Can we expect anything else, or is this what we're going to be happening in 2017?
I want to move on, once I finish up with the female female component of it, and I reshoot it with some more diverse women. I want to make it into a website and also publish it into a book.
Fantastic.
The next stage then, I'm also going to tackle men, because why should men be left out of this equation?
Yeah.
Whenever we misrepresent one gender in society, we actually misrepresent both. Because whilst women are the ones right now kind of being held back the most, men are our partners and our sons and our fathers, and so we need to also look after them. The men category will be the next one. I'm going to start shooting that in January.
Yeah.
And then I'd also love to do trans one.
Yeah, fantastic.
That would be really interesting to see the mix of femininity and masculinity and how that is contradictory to the actual body that they, have. So it will get bigger.
It's a beautiful appreciation for the human body, really.
Well,
It's just
exactly.
a big celebration and appreciation.
Yes.
Now, you have been the official Sexpo guide over this weekend. What's it been like?
Way more successful and busy than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah.
I have done more kilometres around Sexpo than I ever had in my life, and I've spoken to so many people. I'm sounding a little bit husky right now because I'm losing my voice.
But that's okay. I think few people are.
Yeah, but it's just been so amazing. Like, I absolutely love Sexpo. I don't live for these events, so I've been really loving getting people a little bit more interactive and showing them, how to have all the great experiences within Sexpo, and pointing out all the different great forms of education that we have, and going porn star hunting, because you often see a lot of porn stars running around Sexpo, and so
Is it just me, or is there a lot of porn stars here this year?
There's loads. We're starting to see more and more porn stars come to Sexpo.
Yeah.
So
why do you think that is?
great. It's become a little bit more open. So we now have Sexpo booking the porn star stage, and they're now showing Australian porn stars as well as international porn stars. So all of the Aussie porn stars that have previously been hiding away are now all coming out to embrace Sexpo. So it's really, really good. I love that Sexpo's growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, RedHotPie and Sexpo go way back.
Yeah.
And the age of digital dating, it just seems to be getting bigger. Have you ever used online dating before?
I have. I met my partner.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how did it go for you?
Yeah. Well, obviously very successful.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
And what would you say to people that are using digital dating in this day and age?
I just say have fun, and also be aware that with the filters and all of that, we don't often look like our photos. So don't judge anyone too harshly on the photos they use. Just go there, look for personality, and it's an adventure, really. I mean, dating's fun. Even the bad dates. They are some of the best stories that I tell for years.
Sure.
Exactly. So don't be too serious. Finding a partner and dating is fun, and just go run amok and see what stories you can come up with.
I love it. I think that's a fantastic mentality.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us
thank
today,
you.
and enjoy the rest of Sexpo.
Thank you. You too, lovely.